There we go. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eric Broadus back again with another video. I know it's been a little minute, but the name of this video, I am going to call it Hibernation Mode Up in the Cut. And why am I naming this video Hibernation Mode Up in the Cut? Well, quick story behind it. Many of my friends or family throughout my times in the military, by me being in different locations and probably thousands of miles apart from them, a lot of my friends and family would say that I had the tendency to disappear at times. And it wasn't that I was disappearing, it's that at certain times or periods in my life, I was really busy, and so I had to shift my focus in a different direction. And what would happen, I guess, over time, if you are focused on a specific project or you have certain things going on in your life at that time, and if you don't keep up and keep the communication flowing, the lines open, it can be easy to kind of drift off into no man's land. But make no mistake about it, for me, during those times and even now, I make sure that I'm constructively occupied or highly productive. But I am obviously family oriented and do care about my loved ones and my friends, so I make sure to try to get back with them. But a lot of times they would wind up beating me to the punch, and so they're like, yeah, they would say to me, I see the groundhog has finally saw their shadow when they finally saw me. But anyway, the message or the point to this video, when I talk about hibernation mode or being up in the cut, I'm talking about periods in our lives when sometimes we need to take a break and maybe refocus, or we may have certain things that we are working on, and sometimes it's good to get some alone time. So you need to get that time so that you can refocus and get your strength back up, and I guess come out with something new. Some people might call going into hibernation mode, might call it reinventing themselves. As for me, I am who I am and the way I've always been, but growing, like anyone else that's gonna be constructive or something worthwhile. You don't want to stay in the same place. We have to grow, and we move on to different stages. But for me, the hibernation mode has always been one of benefit. When I talk about the hibernation mode, I consider myself to be one of those type of people. If I have formulated, say, a plan, or I have a certain project or goal that I want to accomplish, I find it beneficial to get some alone time to basically filter out my thoughts and come up with a game plan and a strategy in order to get things accomplished. So the hibernation mode for me in going up in the cut is utilized as some time for me to focus on something, on a specific goal or something that I intend to accomplish. Now, for others, the hibernation mode may be a time for them to maybe have peace of mind. For everybody, the hibernation mode and getting up in the cut is going to mean something different, because we all function and we operate differently, but it is definitely, good joy to be back on the screen again, with YouTube. And for me, part of my hibernation mode, the goals and ideas that I came up with for my New Year's resolution, number one, I would say, is to definitely get better organized. Get better organized. That's an area, I feel that I need to develop in. The second New Year's resolution for myself would be better time management. As I alluded to in past videos, that time is the one resource that we cannot get back. So we can ill afford to lose it. So we got to use it wisely. So those are my 2 New Year's resolutions, are to get better organized and to have better time management. And why is that? Because when I go into the hibernation mode, I want to make sure that I'm using that time effectively, so that when I do decide to pursue my goal, I want to be sure that I have the best strategy and the best utilization of time to get it accomplished. The hibernation mode. The hibernation mode for some may be to go through a period of transition, and life is definitely about stages, and many times we need to sometimes pull away from the crowd, because sometimes when you have a lot of people around, it's too many voices, and so you need to limit that so you can concentrate. And sometimes you need to hear your own thoughts, and sometimes you just need that peace and quiet. We all need that. And so that we can maintain our balance. As adults. And I mean even youth. But once we hit the adult, like I'm talking about 18 and beyond, and we have different things going on in our lives, and things do come up, and we get really busy, and so sometimes you have to be able to find the right balance. Life is definitely all about balance. You don't want to be too much in one direction. There's an old saying that goes that what is it? Is it all play and no work is no good? But then if you play too much, it'll make you foolish. But then if you do all work and no play, it makes you dull. So you need to have a balance, and be able to refocus things and keep things on an even keel. And I believe that if we do that as human beings, I believe that our lives will be much more enriched and fulfilled. I don't have much for this video, but I want you to consider that. But the title of this video is Hibernation Mode, Up in the Cut. And sometimes we all need a little bit of hibernation time. If it's not even for goals, maybe it's just for some peace of mind, or for some time for yourself. We all are different, but just something to think about. But for me, hibernation mode is the name of this video, Up in the Cut, so that I can focus on some projects, because I do have some goals that I definitely am looking forward to accomplishing in 2020, and I have formulated a strategy on how to get those done. But thanks guys for watching. Thanks for listening. And my channel, obviously YouTube, is Eric Broadus YouTube, and I also have an audio podcast called Snacks Thoughts. That's SNAKZ Thoughts, THOUGHTS. So you can catch me on iTunes, Spotify, Spreaker. Hit me up over there and subscribe, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for those that are subscribed, tap the bell so you can get future subscriptions and any podcasts. But I definitely, for 2020, I am ready to hit this YouTube thing, hit the wheels burning. So I'll be coming out with content consistently. But yeah, good to be back on camera. But I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.